What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're a full Meltan evolution team. And welcome to Pimpnite's theme team series for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Hope you guys hype about this one. We got some new mechanics, things like that, so it's going to be very exciting and nice and fresh. Now people, I've basically been covered all the walkthrough of this game and some after game stuff. I got a little bit more to do, but obviously I want to mainly go back onto focusing on the theme teams, see if we can get some Pokemon sweeps, some other things like that too. And let's get into this one. If you guys are hyped for these theme teams and you enjoy the vids, I'd really appreciate a like on the video. Let's see if we can aim for 2,000 for the new theme teamers series. Now, this was a random battle done online. I've got 2 random battles and I've got a bonus battle as well as usual. Now, the battles like this, right, I can't actually save the battle after. So these are actually a live recording. Unfortunately, there's no save feature after. Now, there's actually quite a lot of differences. I'll explain them in the battles below. You'll probably see some differences throughout the video too. So you can actually press plus here to view the opponent's team. You don't get to see it at the start. So we had some interesting Pokemon matchups there. Also, you guys can see the moves that I'm picking as well. So I don't need to explain my moves because you can actually see them. So Electrode shows me, finally, it's White Hand, and it's going to taunt me so I can't use any status moves. Now, this was actually a physical Meltan. Now, Meltan has a absolutely horrible physical moveset, which is why I wanted to use it. So we got Thunder Wave, Substitute, Headbutt, and Tail Whip. Now, basically, you paralyze the opponent, right, and you use Tail Whip, drop the defenses a little bit, and you flinch them all day with the Headbutt. Now, this Electrode obviously didn't have much to hit me with. It's doing some setup moves at the moment, setting up the light screen and things like that. Now, obviously, with this team, Meltan was quite, it was quite a limited Pokemon to get. I did actually have a lot of rare candies, obviously, on my Pokemon Go accounts, kind of racked up there, so that helped. But I started off having just one Melmetal, and I had a little bit of help getting the others, which was nice too, to make up the 6 Pokemon. 4 was very difficult. I had a couple of battles with 4 Pokemon, but then I had some with 6, which was different, because much easier, because people were bringing Megas, Charizards, things like that. I was getting absolutely destroyed. Anyway, so the Electro's going to use Explosion. Now, obviously, in these battles, guys, you're going to see the actual, this is like the real-time battle, right? We're waiting in between moves, things like that. The aesthetics look absolutely awesome and gorgeous. Look at the Pokemon that looks so nice. Even Shiny Dragonite actually looks half decent in this game. Yes, I know, you're hearing it right from me. Okay, so we got the Mega Beedrill. I never ever saw that one coming. And now we got the Drill Run. Now, this was a problem because my whole team was going to be weak against this, and I absolutely get destroyed by that. So down goes the first Meltan. Don't worry, guys, there's 3 little nuts ready to roll out there. So we got the Melmeadows there. I thought I just called that Melmetal. Guys, Melmetal is a metal, a grass Pokemon, and I'm just linking you these Generation 8 Pokemon by the video. So I was thinking I could send this out against that and just I need to get rid of this Pokemon right now. So this was a, now on these sets, right, it's not EVs anymore, it's actually called AVs. I may do a video explaining this, but pretty much like the old, the current generation before this, well, this is the current generation, but the current game before Ultra Sun and Moon, etc. You could put like max health, they say max health, max attack, right? You couldn't put any more EVs. But in these games, you can put max in everything if you want to. So it's crazy. Pokemon get like enormous amounts of health, more than they should have, and lots of things like that. So obviously I couldn't max everything. I didn't have enough candy for that, so I pretty much just used what I could and did the best job with what I could do there. Okay, so we got rid of the Mega Beedrill, which was nice, and now we got the Slowbro coming out. So like, it's not too bad. The AVs I did for this one were in health and attack. I sort of, the other ones were kind of varied, but that was the ones where I focused the most. Okay, so we're going to do a little swap here out of my Melmetal. I need to get rid of that, guys. So I keep thinking it's like another name. Okay, so we got the Slowbro go for the Yawn there, and that's going to put my Meltan to sleep right the next turn. So this Meltan set was like a toxic stalling set. Obviously, guys, there's no items in this game either, so, I'd love an Everlight. That'd be really nice, but we're not going to get that. Speaking of which, Withdrawal looks so cool. So the Slowbro's going to boost his defense by 1 stage. I'm going to go for Toxic. So, things like, there's no Sleep Talk in this one either, unfortunately. There's no Baton Pass and moves like that either. I was going to try and do some Pokemon sweeps in this gen, but some of the weaker ones I may not be able to do, simply because you can't pass any stats. But I am aiming to go for a Meltitan sweep, and I'll have to come up with a Meltan. I don't know what I'm going to do for Meltan. I'm going to have to like, come up with some crazy strategies. Anyway, people, if you got any strategies like that, leave below in the comment section. Anyway, we got the Slowbro go for another withdraw. So I'm thinking here, this person's obviously they obviously don't care about being poisoned, or they've got rest. That's the only two reasons why they keep going for the withdraw. Now that is the problem, because Slowbro is a very bulky Pokemon too, and but this is crazy, right? Having the chance to put the max you can put in is 200 in each stat. Like 200 is crazy. Like I'll give you an example. Like say Mega Mewtwo, right? Mega Mewtwo Y. I think with like Modest Nature, you can have like 720 or something attack, or a special attack. It's crazy. Anyway, so we're going to boost my defense there. This has acid armor on. It was the AVs I went about putting in it were health and special defense. I kind of just did some other scattered ones in there too, pretty much. But this team could have been a lot better. Just obviously the access to candy was sort of like holding me back too. All right, so the Slowbro is going to take me out with the Scald there, but Meltan did a fine job there. Put the Toxic on the Slowbro, which was nice. But we still got the three big boys left and one little boy left. Okay, so now we're going to go into the physical one. Now, Double Iron Bash is its signature move, which is pretty cool. So obviously it's a steel type move. It hits twice and has a chance of flinch. Now the problem about it is it's a slow Pokemon. It can't really make use of this move. So the move Thunder Wave could come into it, right? I thought that'd be a good strategy. Even with the Thunder Wave up, you still get outsped. It's a very slow Pokemon. Definitely it would work nicely under Trick Room. So as my worst fears came to fruition, the Slowbro is going to go for the rest. Man. So pretty much on these Meltan. Man, I keep calling it Meltan because one of my patrons said, Meltitan would be a really good name for it. And I've sort of like adopted that name because I thought it was like, I thought it's like I don't know. I think that'd be a better name than Melmetal. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that one? Anyway, so we got this the Snorlax, the Slowbro. They both start with S, right? Roast me. And I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. Now, this was a special Melmetal set. Now, it actually gets Thunderbolt, which is nice. It gets Flash Cannon, which is pretty cool. It gets Hyper Beam. It's kind of bad on this one. So, obviously, I put this one in Special Attack. That's pretty much it. Okay, so my worst fear is the Charizard here. I versed Charizard Ys, X's, fucking Z's, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3s. I was sick of versing them like in every battle. Like every trainer had a Charizard. That Mega Stone was going off every single turn. And if it wasn't a Mega Stone, it was just a normal Charizard, destroyed me. Anyway, so we got the Thunderbolt doing some massive damage to the Charizard there. And this is a physical Charizard. It's going to have Flea Bit. So I was like, let's go for the Thunderbolt again against the Charizard. Now, you can actually see what Pokemon haven't been sent out to. So you can see the chance he hasn't been sent out, which is really cool. And, yeah, I quite like that. There is a bit of a surprise factor, though. You won't have, like, a team previously until you're in the battle, which is kind of cool. Now, this was a normal battle rules, too. So every Pokemon got elevated automatically to level 50. You can do non-restricted battles as well if you want to. Okay, so anyway, we got rid of the Charizard, which was nice. We got 2 Pokemon running, so we're in a very comfortable position at the moment. Okay, so now we have the Chansey coming in. Now, Chansey doesn't have Everlight, so it's definitely not a threat. However, I'm running like a special set, so it's not going to do much. I'm going to go for the Hyper Beam here. Now, guys, Hyper Beam looks absolutely awesome, as well as Seismic Toss. So pretty much, Melmetal takes a little trip to the moon, and did you guys like that fainting animation? It actually legitimately like melts. It's like it's been, I don't know, like Charizard's been using Fire Blast on me for the last like 10 hours straight. Okay, so I was thinking, let's go into the physical one. I've got Superpower on this set, which is nice. I've got Thunder Punch. And Rock Slide. Rock Slide was pretty much on there for fire types, right? That was pretty much all in there. Like Moltres just came in, all Moltres, Charizard, all those kind of Pokemon. Okay, so now I'm going to go for the Superpower. I thought this would be a good, opportunity to take this Chansey out. Now, Chansey is going to go for the Seismic Toss there, taking another little trip around the moon and doing its fixed damage to me. I'm going to go for Superpower, and Chansey is most definitely going to go down to that one. Okay, so that's pretty good. I've still got a Melter left and another Melmetal left, so things are looking pretty nice at the moment. Now, as you guys seen in the the Pokemon matchup there, we have the Gengar as the last Pokemon. Now, I don't have moving sprites on left either. I don't think those gifts and stuff have been ripped, or like transparent ones. If someone does know, give me a tweet on Twitter at Pimpnite YT. I'd be very interested to have those ones. They don't. I am going to try and upgrade this, the sprites to the Let's Go ones. They look at Gengar. Look how vibrant that looks. Like there's the old one down the bottom right, and then you look at that Gengar. Look at the vibrant purple. It looks so good. Anyway, so Meltan's going to come in, and that's going to get absolutely destroyed. So that is one shot. This is definitely a very high special attacking Gengar. Now is like, should I send in my big boy? Or should I send in my Melmetal that's taken a little bit of damage already? If I could get one of it's a signature move against it. I don't know. I was very skeptical whether I could live this one or not. Anyway, so I knew that I'd get outsped by the big boy Gengar, honestly, and I just went for the double Iron Dash against that. So now we got the Gengar going for the Shadow Ball against my Meltan, and I lived on 1 health. The merch, people, the merch is available. Link in the description. Thank you all the people who have bought the merch. And oh look, the winning theme team suggested by lived on 1 health. Oh, how did that happen? Thank you for the battle, whoever this was. If you do see this battle, and that was a fun game, and I'd be salty about living on 1 health too. Okay, let's get on to the second battle. Now, once again, this battle was another random one. I'm going to do it I could probably do like a lot of random battles as well. I probably will do some more on my Discord and stuff as more people get some teams. Usually when the game kind of first comes out, we all don't really have like loads and loads of Pokemon to work with. So yeah, I'll probably do like a lot of random ones. So that'll be good in that retrospect. Okay, so we have a Weezing lead. Now, Weezing really can't do too much to me unless it has like a fire-type move. We have Dugong, Gyarados, Venusaur, Hitmonlee, and Ditto and Weezing. So Hitmonlee, I was really, really worried about. I was like, damn, this thing could like sweep my entire team. So just waiting on them at the moment to make their move. This was my Acid Armor set. So I was like, I need to get some Acid Armors off. I was a little bit worried in case it did have, like flamethrower or something like that. So we got the Hitmonlee coming in. So I went for the Acid Armor. It's like, okay, this isn't too bad. But even with that Acid Armor up, Meltan isn't very bulky at all. I'd love to have an Everlight on this Pokemon. I'd definitely love that. So I was thinking, should I go for another Acid Armor? Should I go for a Toxic? What should I do? What's my play? I could go for a second one. Decide not to. And now we got the, we're waiting on the Hitmonlee here. Man, look at, I just love how nice the, the Pokemon look. Okay, so we got the Jump Kick, and boy, that does a lot of damage. Even with the +2 in defense, that does loads. Okay, so Meltan is going to get the Toxic off. Pretty much here, my only saving grace will be Meltan. Meltan would be living that one and getting a Toxic off, getting some damage, and I might be able to revenge KO. It's not looking good at the moment. They're having the Hitmonlee out at the front. Okay, so there's nothing I could really do here. I can't swap. All my Pokemon are getting hit super effective. And now we got another Jump Kick, and that's going to take out the Meltan. So there's nothing I could do there. This is a really, really unfortunate bad matchup for my team. So pretty much Fire-type Pokemon, Ground-type Pokemon, Fire-type Pokemon. It was really difficult. Even Water-type Pokemon, even though they're not super effective, a lot of my Steel-type moves didn't work too well. I had to rely on Electric-type moves, which not all of them had. Okay, so into my Melmetal now. I'm gonna get the name right sometime, people. So I thought I could go for the double Iron Bash and see if I can take this thing out. Okay, so go for that. Jump King misses, guys. Jump King misses. The Hitmonlee hits itself in confusion. That's why it's called Hitmonlee Self. So that one is going to go down to my signature move, which is Brilliant Man, because I'd say I would have got destroyed in this battle. Like that would have been like a reverse Friday video. Anyway, so this is good. I was low-key expecting like the salty DC here at the moment, people. So we're in a good position. We got rid of a big threatening Pokemon being the Hitmonlee. I was very, very worried about that. I was pretty positive at the moment. Things were looking, things were looking pretty fresh. Okay, so now we got the Gyarados coming in here. So like, okay, the best I can probably do against this thing is like a Thunder Punch. That's 4 times. I think that's going to destroy it in one shot. Let's see what the Gyarados is going to do. Okay, so I know that obviously I'm going to get outsped by Gyarados. Gyarados is, I'm a very slow Pokemon too. The waterfall animation looks really good. I tanked that so well. This is a very, very defensive Pokemon too. It's got some very nice bulk to it. And that Gyarados is going to get absolutely destroyed there. So things are looking rather nice at the moment. We got rid of the Hitmonlee and we got rid of the Gyarados too. I really like the battle background too. It looks very nice. The crowd is a lot more, like compared to the 3DS game, the crowd is a lot more, a lot more realistic and such. Okay, so in comes Ditto. Now this is dangerous. If this outspeeds me, I could be on, this could be on for young and old. So I've got to swap out into my Meltan here. Now, in this battle, I actually wish, this battle I was only using 4 Pokemon. So this was an early battle I had before the other one, as well as, like, I had about, I'd say I would have had about 20 to 30 battles with the 4 Pokemon. Maybe, I kind of lost track, whatever it was. But, I kept getting swept, so I actually, put some, some extra team members in the team. Okay, so into Meltan here, and we got the Ditto transforming into the Meltan. Probably not the Pokemon they wanted to change into. Okay, obviously there's no abilities either, so, things like Imposter, that's not around here, so none abilities at all. So it definitely changes the, it definitely changes things up a lot, and, when I look at this, there's a lot of bulky, toxic stalling Pokemon that would do very, very, very well in this sort of like, era of battling. Okay, so I got the paralysis off against the Ditto, which is nice. So my plan is coming into fruition. So I could go for Thunderbolt and just get as much damage against the Ditto as possible. So now my Meltan is going to outspeed the Ditto, and I do pretty good damage to Ditto. I'm quite happy. That's a 3-hit KO. Now we got the opposing Ditto going for the Thunderbolt. It does probably around almost exactly the same damage. It was really good that it got paralyzed there, because I'm guessing it went for the Thunderbolt the first turn. And, I would have been down this turn. I would have been down after attacking him. Okay, so Ditto lives. It's going to get around the paralysis, and it's going to hit me with another Thunderbolt. Almost take him out there, living on 7 health. So, I think it did a little bit more damage than I did to it. Not by much, but just a little bit more. Okay, so I know that I'm going to be able to outspeed it. Go for another Thunderbolt, and that is going to take out the Ditto, which is cool. We got 3 Pokemon down. Meltan is on its last little leg thingies. I love how it looks like a Ditto with like a nut on its head, like a little eyeball inside. I quite like the bold Pokemon designs. What do you guys think of Meltan anyway as a Pokemon? And Melmetal? Like, what do you think? Do you like them? Do you don't like them? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so now we're going to Dugong. As long as this thing doesn't have freaking Horn Drill, I am set, ladies and gentlemen. So we got the waterfall coming from the Dugong, and that's going to take me out with the crit. Man, that crit matter. I'm sick of these crits all the time changing the game. Okay, so we got 4 Pokemon remaining. Now, sorry, we got 2 Pokemon remaining. We've only got 1 left. Apart from we got 1 more Meltan. So this is why I was talking about earlier on. It was quite hard with 3 Meltan and only 1 Melmetal. Okay, so now, the best way to get to Meltan as well, you can do the Pokemon Go mission. It's kind of tedious, though, and doesn't give you a lot. I'd say, if you got rare candies on your game, use it for that, and then transfer it. Obviously, you got to evolve it on Pokemon Go too. It definitely, intercepts with Pokemon Go nicely. Get some rare candies from there. Anyway, so going for the Thunder Wave on the Dugong there. We're trying to get some hacks going here, people. Now, Dugong, it was about a 3-hit KO with a waterfall, so I pretty much just had to do as much damage to it as possible. I was thinking about going for the Tail Whip and then going for the Headbutt, right? If I could drop its defense with Tail Whip and then start spamming Headbutt, I might get a couple of lucky flinches right. Alright, so wagging my little red tail that looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a wire or something like that. Okay, so now we got the waterfall coming from Dugong again. Man, also, I forgot to mention, if you guys notice, if you haven't noticed yet, up the top left corner, we've got the match time, right? You've got a move time and you've got a match time. So 20 minutes is the maximum amount of time a battle can go for. So I'm kind of disappointed about that because I've had battles that go for longer than 20 minutes. So, man, we can't do any Cosmog sweeps in this gen, people. Or in this game, of course. Alright, so we got some nice paralysis on the Dugong there. And now I could go for the Headbutt. I almost thought about going for a substitute there. Actually, I had a battle today, people. I couldn't fit this one in the bloopers because I had another funny move. But I versed someone right. They had a Victory Bell, and I had my Meltan right. They went for a Sleep Powder against Meltan, and it missed right. So then I went for a Thunder Wave, and then after I outsped them, I went for a substitute. And, they went for a Sleep Powder and got trolled, basically. Played like a fiddle. And then I went for the Headbutt. They got paralyzed. Then I went for a Headbutt again, and I flinched them. And then they went for a Razor Leaf. They couldn't break my up, and they rage quit. It was beautiful, guys. It was beautiful. So pretty much, I've got to like record all my battles live. For you guys. Obviously, my post comms. So I'll try. I could do my live commentary. It kind of depends whether I'm in the mood to, like, actually narrate at the same time. Okay, so I'm down to my last Melmetal here. Well, my only Melmetal. I'm going to go for my signature move, and that is going to take out the Dugong. So we got 2 Pokemon remaining. We got the Weezing. We saw that earlier on. I mean, I was confident I could take pretty much anything that Weezing threw me. Weezing is generally bulky on the defensive side, too. I just like, this all these Pokemon, like a lot of Pokemon, it will actually come up and be a lot better because with the 200 like AVs in each stat, they're gonna be off the charts pretty much. Okay, so pretty much waiting here for them to make their move. And also you can use your Pikachu and Eevee and stuff, and then you can use your signature move, things like that. You can't do that, you know, that shaking move though with the remote though. You can't use that move, but you can use all the other ones. They're pretty broken. Okay, people, we got my signature move here. I thought they were my best option against Weezing. Weezing's going to use self-destruct, and that's not going to do a lot to me. Clearly, it didn't have much to hit me with all. If it didn't have like a fire-type move, you know, none of its poison-type moves would have affected me at all. So, I get that there wasn't much to do against me. Alright, so we're down to one more Pokemon, people. And now, it actually took me, when I did a couple of battles, right, and I actually didn't even know you could check the opponent's team, right, so, like, just make sure when you do battles online, you can actually check the opponent's team. All you got to do is hold your little, Joy-Con up and press the little plus symbol. Alright, so the last Pokemon we got is the Venusaur. Now, the best I can do is go for my signature move. All the other moves are not going to do too much damage. I've got 5 of this left, which is good too. I was like, okay, am I going to outspeed this or not? Venusaur is going to outspeed him. Instead, it's going to go for the leech seed. So, like, crap. I've got to take this out before it becomes, you know, a really, really bulky set. And I'm going to go for my signature move. It does a lot of damage, right? A lot of damage to the Venusaur, but it didn't actually take it out. The Venusaur was actually able to live that one, and it's going to get some Leech Seed damage back. Man, even Leech Seed looks like, the animation looks like really, really clean. Basically, everything's like super duper high definition. Even the crowd looks really, really good compared to like, you know, the 3DS and such. Looks very, very nice. I like the lighting on the floor for the battle arena too. Looks really, really nice. I like the fact there's no big, ugly boxes as well in between the turns. You know how the typing and things like that looks really ugly in Ultra Sun and Moon. I like how they're completely out the way during the fight. Okay, so Venusaur's going to go for the Mega Drain. Now, you might laugh at Mega Drain, but it actually has had a power buff to 60. However, my move is going to take it out, and that is the game. Hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Don't you go away. You cannot miss the bonus battle. There may or may not be salt in there. Peace, people.